way of very elaborate smoke strat. Complexity just looking like a shell of themselves in that last round, but it was the eco, so maybe now that they're back in with a gun and have the pause called.
You throw far smoke? Okay. We throw far smoke? Perfect. They made it thick. That's like in 1.6, so the smokes used to be so bad in 1.6 that you could see through them if you only threw one. So you had to throw 2 smokes for it to actually be useful. And there was like a graphics option so you could turn down the quality of the smokes. So it was just like Paper Mario, basically. It collects it through completely. That's what that reminded me of. Smokes have definitely got a lot better. You don't need to throw 2 in the same spot anymore. But yeah, that's a oopsie.
Bit of a shame. But again, at least we've got guns back up. You know, complexity, they are only 8 rounds deep. They're trailing by 6, sure. But there's still enough time to turn this one around. Give us something good to talk about. Well, the smokes works properly, but they don't hide any of this information.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ships. Oh, a second. Almost a third,
He
but Poison's had enough. Blame F is going to watch that flank. Snappy walks right into the crosshair. Now we're back to the 3v3.
Blame. What's he got going on? He's going to flank Squeaky? Sorry, flank the vent player. Oh, but Esperanto gets a kill, which takes away from this flank a little bit. And the last player downstairs is spotted besides him. Poison will get killed. Where is Blame F? Where in the world is Blame? He just needed his teammates to stay alive for a second there. That's pretty much just saving. Okay, get the free kill. Well, 40 seconds up. You can give it his best try. He's got ramp open.
It's looking a little doable here. Puts the smoke down, so that's going to give him a little room to work out. 20 seconds. Going to have to make this one quick if he actually wants to win. He's going to need the frags at this point. 15 left. Esperanto to the right. Oh, he swings the doors, and that's that. So, I mean, a desperate attempt from Blame F, but at least he gets the 1 kill upstairs. That's contact with an 8, though. Can we talk about Ships?
Ooh, patience to adjust for rush. I mean, I love that. I mean, I always tell people, like, when they're learning how to play, and they're like, why do I, get so nervous in gunfights? I say, try to think about your last few gunfights and think how long you guys are spraying at each other. And if that's the case, how much time could you have taken to just aim for the head and then shoot, right? Never assume that you're going to die instantly, because you end up both shooting for 3 seconds, you feel like a fool.
Flashbang through the rooftop by Blame, so it's going to be the A Eco Burst. They get the first kill pretty easily. Snappy. The only hold thus far. Ooh, and Otto's going to go down to Obo. Obo's Deagle taking down 2 players. Ships has got a response frag. Snappy's gotten himself another. It is just Obo. He has 3 frags, 1v1, and Snappy's going to be a heartbreaker. 14-3 is Snappy after that clutch.
Wow, I thought that was over. They got the important opening kill. Like, they made so much space upstairs. They even deagled down the Opper in heaven, but Ships, he comes through as the second rotator and gets 2 frags. He is playing extraordinarily well. 2 ops in play. Did not expect to see this. But yeah, like I imagine Snappy, after all that mental anguish of trying to learn all of the, how to deal with new pressure, play against better teams, play on an amazing team, all this stuff, you just come into a match like this with a lower tier team, you probably feel extremely comfortable and extremely confident. You probably feel like you've been through way worse, and you've learned so much.
I think comparing it to a boot camp is probably the best. And I feel like it would have a near In terms of the mental impact and mental strain, that would be like a military boot camp.
Yeah, exactly. It's like going to summer camp with the Golden State Warriors or something. Like, you will be a better basketball player by the end of the boot camp, even if you're trash at it.
Esperanto's flash goes in, and he goes out. Quick trade frag. No commitment either here. They have options. They don't have much time, though. That's the issue. 35 seconds. Looks like they want to kind of fade back to the A site. Snappy's down in the vents. 2 CTs above it on A. And then there's Ships as well. He's currently on that B site watching the stairs just in case the T's did push. Poison will start to, and he hits the shot onto Snappy. Now, they're getting the entries, but they still don't have much time. Oh, wait. No. Blame. Yeah. He comes in from that ramp flank, hits Ships. B's clear.
Down to the final few moments, but they have enough time to plant 4 seconds as the bomb goes down. And they get all the important kills. This is what helped them on their train a bit when their T sides. They're just able to get like a threshold of pressure on the T side on a number of choke points. When they look bad is when that pressure doesn't go well. When they look amazing is when they are able to get away with all of the different parts of their default. And then they perform these great crushes. I mean, comes slightly down to the wire, definitely relying heavily on one kill, but up until that point, they're also getting other kills. So you could say that even if, Ships gets a kill, maybe gets traded, and things are opened up, but a pretty good round here by Complexity to at least get a second round. 9 straight after the pistol. Wow, for contact.
Kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, it looks super good.
Tech timeout. Config's been lost again.
Whoa, have you seen this nuke one?
I'm looking at it. Look at the sky.
It's just beautiful. I mean, I would love a version of these maps like this to play.
On? Yeah.
Would it be awesome just for fun?
With with a new set of agent skins that are all like 70s disco players.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not playing on a map that looks like
80s.
this unless I've got a giant afro.
We want like Miami Vice. Yeah.
Yeah. Unbuttoned silk shirts and whatnot.
Yeah, floppy. We need De Bears needs to be an agent skin. The floppy Dorito collar. Dress shirts.
Which Counter-Strike commentator would make the best agent skin? I want to hear your guys' opinions too, chat. Which Counter-Strike commentator would you base a Counter-Strike agent model after? Discuss.
Anders.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I just Anders, 5 Anders running through squeaky door. Let's see. I'm gonna see what we got. Answers.
Danish, so they're probably talented.
We got a couple of Scrawny and Launders. Thanks, guys. Oh, Launders easy. Anders, Moses, Thorin, Machine, Sponge, Bardolph 100%.
Yo, imagine 5 Thorins entering your bomb site, laughing maniacally.
Doot, doot. Well, you see, the thing is.
That would be amazing.
Well, Richard.
Why do you make him sound Irish?
I don't know. Fiddly-dee, potatoes.
Every time you do a British accent.
Yeah, well,
Don't lie.
But at least it's weapons for Complexity's T-side. Great flashes. Config just swoops in. There's his third kill. Auto. Op shot versus Poison, but Config, he had made all of that space forward, so yes, he will catch the Opper off guard. Keep the man advantage. Try and get this one back. Nobody has bomb. Blame waits for ships to arrive. Good call out. Complexity figuring this round out here. 12 rounds deep.
Oh. Pulling off the good lurk. Yeah, never fun to be Vents, waiting for the Heaven guy to swing on you. That guy owns you every time. So, yeah, they bring it back. A fair bit of control. It was a decent op kill to start things off, but the rifle trades 1-for-1 even better. And so we had the flashes are quite low here for the CTs. We had the flashes be such an insane stat on Train. By the end of the match, Complexity, I think, even had more flashes than Contact. So they completely brought it back in the second half. And they absolutely were the better team. They just lost a couple of ecos. But look at this upstairs rush. It's going to fall flat in its face. They just come through. I don't know if they... It looked like they were slowed, too. I don't know if they came through a nade.
Last round was beautiful. Config off of the mini, gets the first kill, slips into the Opper, trade frag's great, Blaine patient and secret. Like, it was so layered. They paused 4 versus 2, they split into the A site simultaneously. Like, last round looked top-tier Counter-Strike worthy. This round looked like, I mean, I get the gist of it, you know, catch them off guard with A, do something completely different, but you get a completely different result in that this sucked.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sometimes you look like a god, sometimes you don't, but I agree, like, they have not many rounds to go, and they look super good on some of their slower defaults. And, yeah, I mean, the idea is obviously to try to condition, but... Oh my god, the trade through the wall?
Ace, ace.
Tell me you could pull this back.
Blame F. I mean, is this the god call? Does he go, everybody run out, I want a 1v5. He's about to peek this. Snappy, his crosshairs offset. Blaine, he's got a chance, but Snappy does it again. Snappy shutting down the clutches. Close.
That one hurts. That was a beautiful try. Of course, Blame's leading the charge again in terms of kills. Damn. Yeah, I think there's always an argument for conditioning, but I feel like with not many rounds to go and clearly your faster stuff is just falling flat, like maybe try what worked again, because their defaults are kind of scary, I think, versus Contact. They're working out very well. For what it's worth, I mean, they got 2 rounds out of the half, so maybe they didn't really see the same potential as we did.
And maybe it's harder to go for some of these more elaborate defaults when, like, you know, you mentioned how much Blame is explaining that map to map they're counter-stratting their opponents. Maybe they're not sure which procedures will work versus something like Contact, you know? Mind you, I say that. They did just very recently play to a 16-9 complexity win, so maybe I'm grasping for straws here. But
there we go.
Got the entry.
They work slowly towards it. They find Esperanto. It's a big frag downstairs.
Now they realize the pace.
They realize, I mean, they just spread out, grab everything you can while we still have the options. Moving fast, ships, lots of pressure. Config 2 great entries to pair with that one from Blame F.
Yeah.
The bomb gets planted, not a CT in sight. Beautiful stuff.
So, you know, that is a good example of aggression, right? But they played it patient to get the pick and then just cranked the dial. So that one looks way better. And it's a 4th round for Complexity's T side. Now, we did say that again in the last showing. You went and you brought up the numbers, right? It was a weak T side from Contact, and then a CT side that we didn't get a full explanation of because of the round count that was already versus Contact. So now, maybe if Complexity finished with 5, this switches over and we get the surprise turnaround. You know,
I think if Complexity get 5. And then Contact will be sweating, leaning into the pistol. Oh, please, Pistol God, give us the pistol. Everyone's only got a best 50% win rate on the pistol, but we need this one.
Oh, holy pistol gods. Oh, Oboe. Hey, whoa, buddy. Burning. And that's going to get called, obviously, so the frag grenade's thrown out. That would have been enough to finish off Oboe had it landed at his feet. But it seems the Deeg will get the job done. Blame, he's going to try to come in through Mini.
Well,
nicely done. Just adjusts onto the face of Snappy. So it looks like a fifth. They figured out in time. They're going to close the half. Think about this, okay? Think about it. 4 of the last 5 rounds going to go the way of Complexity if they close this. So that'll be 4 of their 5 rounds as well. Ships, losing half of his HP, has to run outwards, gets a kill. Now down to the 1v2, but Config hones in on it. So an absolute total turnaround in the last 5 rounds of the first half, bring Complexity into a place where we have to give them the benefit of the doubt, where if they win this second pistol, the score will unarguably get closer.
Yeah, I'd say, okay, here's a situation where you could argue, you know, whoever wins the pistol probably wins the game. Those 2 rounds at this point could mean the world for both Complexity and Contact. I think at this point it's 5-10 is pretty dead even considering how poor Contact's CT sides have been via the stats. Yeah, some of their matches haven't started on CT sides, so we didn't get to see full T sides, but generally it's been pretty bad for them on the T side. The only difference now is, of course, Snappy. So that actually does make it interesting, though, because Snappy's T sides on Heroic, as a caller on Nuke, made a world of difference. They were, I would say, the second best team outside of Astralis, as not even a tier 1 team in the world on this map because of his calling. So maybe he can make impact. The only thing is he just hasn't played for that long with them, so that could be a stretch as well.
Again, you know, we're in that phase for Snappy where he's just trying to learn with what he is working with.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think he's working with enough, seeing as the core of Contact. Decent team. Esperanto and Ships performing well. Snappy's putting in kills too. So at the end of the day, you know, you're sitting in a position on this T side where even if the calls aren't glorious, a pistol round, conversion points, and a couple of rifles, as long as Snappy can keep those headshots coming, maybe he can do enough on an individual level. We saw Blame F keep Complexity into that first map on his own. Seems long ago now, but pressure's on Complexity, really. Contact map up. 5 rounds of a lead to begin the T side. The only problem that they have to deal with in terms of individual levels right now is kind of Blame F, because just like Train, he's keeping them in this. 13 kills, 9 deaths starting off this CT side. Next closest is Config at 9, and half of those were in the final few rounds. The rounds that they added to the board, of course. Early damage as Blame starts tapping back with the USP. Esperanto's going to get closer. It's very heavy on the outer yard here for Contact's pistol.
He's really hurting their feelings outside.
Smoke on Mini. Flash goes high. Secret cross confirmed by Rush. Ooh, and he even gets the fadeaway headshot onto Emmy. So let's watch Contact pick up the aggression. Push the tempo through the smoke, through the double doors, but there's a CT still back behind them. It's nearly a 180 from Snappy. Poison still alive until Ships gets into position. Config coming out from ramp in the 3 versus 2, turned even by Esperanto, but Otto is the last man alive. He is trying to cross to the bomb site, but that's taken away by Config. 3 frags for Config in the pistol. Complexity with a 6th.
Damn, and I thought Config actually got robbed. I don't know if that was swatched, but yeah, he was shooting at Otto inside of a ramp, and it looked like every single shot was a headshot, but It did not connect, and yeah, Complexity pulled this out. That didn't look like a great pistol round overall. I mean, crossing outside, they did that in a very dangerous way, I'd say. And yeah, they ended up losing a player. And then when they get downstairs, they don't really have good ways to trade. Their big flank got caught off guard, called out immediately. So not a very good pistol round, I'd say, for contact. But Ships on this second round, it's freaking Deagle, man.
And Esperanto's got one. Oh, and because of the trajectory of the smoke, he knew that angle. But Rush, not going to let him get away. Ships and Auto barely alive at this point, but you only need one.
Dude. This guy with his freaking Deagle and Snappy sitting in the ramp.
This is both pistol rounds won by Complexity. And by the looks of it, both pistol rounds not converted either. Blame near this B bomb site. Nor does he have a kit. So this is done. 11th round. The Deagles are deadly, dude.
Seriously. That was such an insane shot by Esperanto, and there's no room for analysis. Really, like, what do you... Just gotta go into next. 16, 17, 19. Otto and Emmy are really just chilling.
Honestly, clutch. You know, we had, but. Comes through, Poison, he's gonna get a bit of chip damage versus Snappy, but this is still the lower sight compromised. Blame will cut off the tail end of this. Config welcomes them forward, and Snappy again.
Hold that shot thought because Ships has a Deagle. The Deagle that just keeps on giving.
Oboe, little head on the ramp there. Popped off by Esperanto. Blame's got Snappy dead. And the peek from SB. He's gotten himself a second frag this round already. Oh, and Config. Nope. And now he's gonna... Oh, off the flash. Comes right back into the bomb site. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Who knows, man? This is just wild. Wild antics going down on the B site. But the plant comes through with 3v2.
That's some good times, man. Oh my god.
Just close the door.
About Esperanto. Yeah, he's not gonna close it. Whoa. Okay, they swing. Wow. Wow, I can't believe they both squeezed in the doorway there. That was pretty sick.
You know, this is like this. I feel like this is the Counter-Strike equivalent of, you know, when you hold the door open for somebody, but then they insist that you go first and they like try to hold it for you because you held it for them. But then you insist, since you were holding it first, that they go through. This is like complexity and contact. No, you eco. No, you eco win. No, you eco win. No, you eco win. I insist. Take momentum.
You know why?
Have economy.
Two Danish IGLs.
Everybody's too damn polite in this server.
They got 2 Danish IGLs, so these guys are shaking hands.
Too funny. Too funny.
One T timeout left.
Wait, no. 3 T timeouts left.
Okay, it was one out of okay.
Yeah, one used.
I was like, not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a 4 out of 4 would have made most sense, but I was looking at it like you're running out.
You had
4, 3, 2, 1. 4 out of 4 left. 3 out of 4 left. No, 3 out of 4 used. 4 out of 4 used.
50% chance of getting that right.
Yeah.
All right, so complexity with a scout and MP9. Obviously going to win the round. Jokes aside, this has been pretty wild, and I like that.
Let's go!
Oboe with the deeg. Falls back immediately.
Just chase his ass down, man. Don't overthink this.
Go get him. He's still standing around. Oboe wants another shot at this. Now Config's got a deagle over the shoulder. Config's going to get one.
His friends come.
Oh! This is just nonsensical. But it's entertaining. And at the end of the day, I value entertainment. A little bit of cover here for Snappy as Emmy plants that bomb.
Decon still could get swung on. They know Config's here, though.
And Snappy, he can't cover it anymore. That's the thing. Because he's now back behind the bomb site.
Yo,
so
go plant in the smoke.
I think he's figuring that out.
I mean, Emmy could... He both wants to get a door closed here. He doesn't want to just stand out in the open. He needs to make sure Config's not there. He could get swung on. But the space is being given. So... Bros for life, yeah.
It's hard to say who's got the best damn deagle in the server, man. Ships is making a good argument for it. Esperanto's making a good argument for it. Oboe in this one. Config in this one.
Ships. It's got to be Ships, man.
Gotta be Ships, eh?
Because the two second round wins.
Okay. Yeah, those ecos. Yeah, no matter how many ecos happen, those are the ecos that matter most.
Those are the ones that destroy your mental.
Well, this has been fun. Let's see if it gets any more normal moving forward. There's still 2 deagles with Ships and Snappy, but for the most part, everybody's got rifles. Gonna try to fall back. Poison tries to lend a helping hand, but Emmy, he's got the answer to that. So they don't trade on to Oboe, despite him having 2 HP left over. But this A site is compromised. Look, I don't think anybody's actually watching the hell to ace hit. Not that I can see.
Yeah, it looks like Complexity is gambling on this.
Yeah.
Love that angle on low HP. Oh, Bo, he's out of there. Interesting. Unless they feel like they can tighten up, but they can allow a plant in this situation. Good nade's going down. They can clear things out with confidence now. Only a couple of positions they have to worry about. In the dark, close right, yeah. Econ smoke. It's not bad. They just need to plant right away.
Yeah.
While the smokes are still useful. Overall, great nades.
Yeah, just hit the headshots. Easier said than done, but ooh, little narrow angle there for ships. Are we going to get another round back and forth? This would be an entire half of non-consecutive round wins, just back and forth for 6 straight at this point. But they have to hold on the post plant, and so far so good. They've got the man advantage back. However, it's just Emmy 1v1 versus Obo, 2 HP. He started this round and he's gonna have to end it. He's got his enemy locked in, but Emmy shuts him down. Emmy goes one bigger. He's got the 3K and Contact a 13th round.
I mean, it's pretty beautiful in terms of how many nades they had. 3 on 4 to get down the ramp. They played it carefully, but not to the point that it was dangerous. They got the bomb down while the smoke was still up. They used all their smokes perfectly. So they had control. They had both control window and door and decon. They had the Molotov to go to the back of site. The angles they couldn't see, they cleared out. And then they cleared out the remaining angles that they needed to do with just the manpower. By the time Obo had left, because he got a little bit worried. And yeah, it was a great post plan. They were all in strong positions. The health wasn't a huge advantage for Complexity. In fact, Obo was the last player alive with very low HP from the start. Yeah, so that shaped up quite well. It's a bit scary here for Complexity. I actually liked Obo's angle to try to get some damage in since they were up 4v3 and he was in control door. When he closed that door, I started to get a bit concerned. I was like, well, if he closes that door, then it's a full-on retake, but are they really prepared for that?
Already a player down ramp. Or not ramp, but rather vents, excuse me. Esperanto, he just dive bombs. And Blame dies to ships, so... This is the 7th... If you include pistol, I suppose. 7th force up in a row. The Complexity go down a man early.
And this is for this kind of, like, no one's got a loss bonus so far this half. This is insane. Like, you know, no one's won 2 rounds in a row for 6 rounds, and everyone's at minimal loss bonus. The CTs will suffer the most from this.
For sure.
If they lose.
And if they lose, right? If they lose now, because of the back and forth nature, Contact, they're gonna get a 14th if they win this. Oh, but
don't
it's
worry.
a big if. Russian Poison holding the line.
Oh my god,
Esperanto dies.
Why would you take a duel from the ladder?
Poison finds it outside.
7 rounds, and no one's won 2 rounds in a row.
We're just like moving closer to the finish line. Eventually, Contact, they're supposed to win this. Snappy, 10 seconds. Obo's right there. Good night. A 9th for Complexity.
Even if Contact win this one and then Complexity win the next one, those Contact that are coming out ahead every single time. But they... I mean, I guess this one just broke them completely. Nope, never mind. They buy up. Because you got a deagle, so, I mean, if you got a deagle, you got a way. That's how the saying goes, right? Where there's a deagle, there's a way.
I can get
How could you not turn around a buy in this situation? 7 rounds in a row. 7 rounds in a row. No one's won 2.
I'm so happy this game is happening at Summit, you know, because we can laugh about it. We don't have to wrap this up in a super professional package.
Oh my god, that would kill me.
How would you? Yeah, especially you, man. You'd be trying to make sense of this. It's nonsensical, but I love it. Ships, he's got himself 2 kills. A chance for the 3rd. Config shuts that down. Back to the 3v3, but a deed from Snappy. Just give me more of this. Inject it in my veins. It makes no sense. Again, Rush, deed. It's all on Obo. From outside, losing 70 health already. AK on the hot flank. Bomb's gonna be planted. Emmy's got him dead to rights, and Contact with a 14th round. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 back and forth rounds of a second half. Why don't we just throw a coin in the air, and whoever gets it just closes map 2?
I don't think I've ever seen that before. And
We're making history.
It's been a full buy every round technically, which is what's most exciting. This is what we wanted, right? minimal loss bonus.
Yeah.
Or for the entire second half. I don't think I've ever seen that.
If you ever needed more evidence that the economy doesn't matter in Counter-Strike anymore, I think I think this map is the best evidence of it. All the guns are viable. Everybody's good.
Yeah.
And no one knows what's happening. And look how scared Contact are. Like, dude, we can't let this happen. Both of these teams in the back of their head, they think, man, we've been
If they were
times.
fucking 5 heads, they would have just bought Deagles. What round has won you more? You've literally lost every single round, 4 rounds straight, when you full bought.
Look how scared they are. They look like those kids that you see like daycares, you know, when they put all the kids on the same rope. Everybody's got to join hands. Uh-oh, now they're flashing each other. They're blinding one another. Config, he's going to go down first. It's looking good. Contact, have they licked the curse? Not yet. Oh, for a moment. Poison and Blame make it look sketchy, but it's done. It's happened. We have consecutive round wins, and it's not just any round. It's the 15th for Contact, so it's another force buy attempt for Complexity to keep them in this entire tournament.
Here's the craziest part, right? This is where they Complexity have absolutely no loss bonus, and they now are on the worst buy possible. Like, it's even worse than before. The next round they'll have to double save. They'll have to save for the next 2 rounds, even though it's the last round of the game because of this.
We're in a world where...
This is the best buy for Con. This is the first time anyone's had 5 AKs. This is the first time in the entire half anyone's had 5 rifles.
10 rounds
I don't
deep.
think we haven't seen a single op in this half.
Come on, one more, just for old time's sake. Blame F gets the 5v4. They're gonna go for the ramp room. Who's over there? It's Oboe. Oboe and Poison. They kind of start body blocking each other ever so slightly, so Snappy's routing costs him a bit of health. That could prime Oboe, who now has Blame F. The AK is in control room. Oboe's gonna call the attention. Blame, he's gonna start getting the kills. There's Oboe with a double deagle. Otto, he can trade this one, but it's all him. All him, all day. 1v5, 2 players hot on his heels. This game's not over yet. Can you believe it?
Not really, no. But look, press tab. We finally have 1 round loss bonus for Contact. That's what it's going to take him over the line. Just that one glowing sand orange line for once.
All I can see is that San Andreas meme. Oh shit! Here we go again. Eco after eco.
Get to the train, CJ.
Yeah. I'm gonna take 2 number 4s, extra cheese, 5 double doubles, large soak, Coke, soda,
soak my Coke,
pop. Okay. It's hard to not get wrapped up in the craziness, I'm not gonna lie. It's very bewildering to watch this and have to talk over top of it.
I mean, they're gonna, I mean, if you ask them, I mean, they're gonna, like...
They don't know what's happening.
This is the most frustrating game they've ever played for them, too, I mean...
Rush on the backside. He's gonna get a challenge. Snappy, deep. Flashbangs.
No, don't need them.
If they win this, okay, because this isn't a legit force. That's the thing, is when we were going back and forth, Contact just kept putting it all on the line. This is a legitimate save. So this should be complexity in uncharted waters.
Omnivorous.
Hey. How do you actually say it?
Omnivorous.
Omnivorous. omnivorous.
Oh! That was sick shot. Yeah. That was a wicked shot. I mean, to be fair, Deagle shots this game have been sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Oboe, Esperantos, ships.
You know, Counter-Strike's economy's broken. Nothing makes sense.
The
but
economy,
the
this has nothing to do with the new economy.
I know. But the Hwandigs, you know, the Hwandigs are all on point.
This would have been totally possible before any economy update. This is the craziest part.
Oh, Oboe's going to shut it down, perhaps? Or not. It's...
Oh, wait. Was that a good thing?
Ooh, it's a close one.
If Rush had looked at heaven, right, like that 1 second,
yeah.
So it's scary. But that's pretty much the best he could have played it for sure. Just patrolling between the two angles.
All right, 3 map and match points. Don't forget, do not forget, Contact get one more round here on Nuke. They're going on to face Fnatic in the final best of 3. That 5th spot at the 6th CS Summit. I think so. All right, my bad. I just assumed.
No, I mean they should have, yeah. So I'll go. Yeah,
they did 2-0, baby, 2-0.
Smoked them.
Yeah.
Ripped and packed.
They had their chance yesterday versus
They
Spain.
had their chance.
Oh! Wow. Vence gets a little claustrophobic. Poison, easy execution. And the game goes on. Esperanto with the casual 1v5 ace clutch attempt. He's 1/5 of the way there. Nope.
Stopped at his tracks.
All right. This is 4 in a
Another
row.
Save.
Remember, Contact, they couldn't close the first half, and they let them slip back with 4 of the last 5 rounds. Now, it's 4 in a row for Complexity. After going back and forth for 8 damn rounds, they let Complexity get 4 in a row, and they're back on a half buy. Now, this half buy, this is the reason they're even here already. So, let's see if it works for
pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be more confident in a round like this than anything else, to be honest. They go for the vent drop, and they get it.
Yeah, they get successful.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, 3 split. Nice pickup, though. Yeah.
There's a gift. That's all the utility, however. All the grenades. Snappy's still back outside.
Okay, they know there's no secret rotator. Could be a Deagle kill that really just changes the game here. And Snappy, well, that's cool from Config. Called out. Oh, it's all handled. Very well handled by Complexity. Especially by Config, the vent guy, the Snappy rotate back after he's been spotted from Big Garage. Good communication. And now we have super high potential for OT. I mean, I'm you know, at this point, after these last rounds in the full buys, Complexity absolutely favored to win this round. So we'll see what Contact can try to pull out. This is the first time I think they have an op. This is their best buy of the half for sure. I wouldn't waste this on a rush. They're going ahead with fast outside control, though. Very fast.
Yeah, they're bracing themselves for more of a hut hit, but it's already outer. Look, 2 players wrapping around heaven. Look at it. Look at this.
If you're the CTs. That Turnpike player is enormous. They can't recover the AWP. And what's the setup look like in heaven is the big question, because they know Poison would be a rotator, so they don't know. Yeah, Rush is watching his back here.
That's all. Obo's behind the set. Obo's behind the deep vent.
Yeah,
Rush is just watching upwards.
Wait, Obo is ramp player. Oh, okay.
Flame's here. Oh, he gets the one and the second. Flame shutting it down on ramp room. Now it's a 2 versus 4, or Complexity have run it all the way back, closing 6 rounds in a row on this CT side to get to 15, and they will force OT. That's just nuts.
And they will probably win too. They get the CT side to start. They figured it out. See how bad Contact's T side is? The only rounds they won were on these rounds where Complexity and them both had $2,000. As soon as that changed, they actually had a round where they just Complexity had nothing to close out on. They couldn't win that one. Then as soon as Complexity got guns, they won 4 in a row, 5 of 6. Very unlucky.
Play, very fast play, right onto the A site. Config with the 3-piece. Oh, the rock solid hold. Obo's gonna tuck back behind the vent. Esperanto's dead. Do Contact have what it takes? We've seen the resilience from Complexity. 1v5. Very unlikely here for Emmy. The game that keeps on giving, whether you like it or not.
Imagine. I'd like Complexity gonna win this series. They're gonna be able to take this map now, probably. I'd be so shocked if Contact could win 2 rounds in this half. In this OT half. You know, if they had traded Blame on the ramp, maybe they could have actually closed it out, but that was one pure duel he wasn't going to give up.
Smokes blocks off the crossfire between Blame and Obo. Molly towards Secret. Looks to me like they're going to play through these smokes. They challenge Garage, then Blame. He is back there. He is committed in the corner, and they are getting all the closer, but they're being cautious as well. Oh, snappy, instant headshot. There you go for Contact. 5v4. They've gotten the outer yard. Obo's still... No, he's back on A. Next player would be Rush, technically. Config, he could come up from Secret, but he just got mollied off. He's going to run through it. Config goes through the Molotov. 3 kills come in for Contact. They're at least going to get 1 round on this T side.
Well, that was nice.
Team Ace.
They pull it off. Hunting down Blame in the big garage. Similar outside control. And again, I had to remind myself, to be fair, of course, to Snappy as a coming on new IGL. He's got a great nuke game plan, but making sure that everything goes according to plan is a whole different story. But yeah, that was, really well orchestrated round. So maybe we're seeing them learning as they go. I think that was the only time they've won a round with good guns versus good guns so far. So, I mean, that's actually crazy, but it's a great thing.
Actually, it's
for
Contact.
Oh, right, because they used to be crazy. This will be scary for Complexity. They can easily... I don't know if they can easily win 3 rounds in a row, but they can win 3 rounds in a row. And it's the 10 KOT, so if they win 2, then they should have an easy 3rd. So we'll see how contacts start out. It's been a long time since we've seen their CT side so far. This game started with nearly 10 rounds in a row, basically. As good as it gets. Snappy mulling across, a good call, excuse me. Esperanto drops instantly, and Poison looks to grab him. A very great flick upwards onto Snappy. Still a man in heaven. And it looks like a bluff to upstairs to hold some rotations, I suppose, but Ships, he's pushing. Yeah, he's a straight up lurker.
Otto a little nervous about sticking his head outside. Didn't blame him. We do get the tease down towards B. Esperanto in control room. Blame. He's opened up the doors, and Esperanto with the windows unbroken. This could be very, very surprising to Complexity. He drops the bomb carrier. Blame F brings it back. That's a quick and crucial headshot by Blame. 20 seconds left over. Otto up close. Oh, just stuffs Oboe. Now the flash goes deep towards the double doors, but they're closed. Emmy and Otto versus Rush and Blame, and they've gotten the man advantage. Now it falls on to Rush. He's going to be back by ramp, watching the double doors first and foremost. That bomb. Oh! Ooh, Rush, he just gets back. He got stuck on the wall. He's going to tap for it, and Complexity win the round. Complexity now have 2 match points.
Yeah, they guarantee double overtime here off that play from Blame. So much quiet. I don't even know how Blame got downstairs, if it was vent or outside, but that entire mid-round was him just lurking up to the ramp to kill somebody else. And Contact had absolutely no idea, so that's the round in and of itself. He assists him to go downstairs, they get the bomb planted, and they close the close plant. Really nice 1v2 there from Rushy. And now what do the T's want to do? I mean, Contact can do 2 rounds on CT side. We know the CT side's good. It's really about how much Complexity have learned since that first half.
Sorry, Mo, do you remember how many rounds in a row Complexity had to win to force OT? Was it 5 or 6?
I think they had to win. I think they won 5 of 6. I'm not sure if they were straight.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Esperanto through the squeaky doors. Kind of serving as a nuisance. Molly gonna force him back. He tries to take another gunfight. Little bit of damage versus Oboe, but he's down. 4v4 now. Oh, aggressive op angle. I like it from Otto. Now they're gonna go for a ramp. So first it's Esperanto, then it's Otto, then it's Ships. They're coming at it from so many different angles, but Oboe gets ahead of that one and keeps this even 3v3. Blame back downstairs again. Config, he's in heaven. Ooh. He makes a little bit of sound. Nobody turned to him.
I don't know if Otto heard that.
You'd think he would have been within earshot, but he doesn't seem to know. He backs through onto the A site. Config's got him. There's Snappy dropping Oboe with the bomb. 20 seconds left. Emmy, this is confirmation. There was one on A, and he just heard the player go up and above. The op covers the bomb. Config, he's going to rotate back. Worried a little bit about Squeaky or Lobby, but it's Emmy inside of the vents right there. Config, he's going to go for the bomb plant. Emmy's going to try to close the distance. Frag softens him up. Config looking for his 3rd kill in the round, and Emmy denies it. Contact still going.
1 round to OT. Back-to-back clutch rounds to get to this point. And no telling who's going to win the next one. Gotta favor the CT is a little bit based on what we saw in the first half. both teams I feel like are going to get better as the game goes on. Like we already saw one good round out of contact on the T side. And towards the end of the first half, Complexity did win, like I think majority of the last 6 or so rounds on their T side, so they got a bit better as things rolled on. But listen, if anybody's got cold hands, that's done with. I think everybody's very warmed up at this point. So, and that's Rush the 1v2. He has 13 kills right now.
Wow. Contextualized, this map is just insane. Like 8 back and forth rounds. Complexity winning like 5 or 6 straight to get OT. Now it's all on this one. Emmy, he's going to get himself the opening kill here. Could be the final round, or Contact force the double OT. Obo's got the double, Ship's hot on the flank, and it's a stronghold. Blame 1 versus 3, or this game keeps on going.
Yeah, and they're on to check flanks. He loses a lot of value, of course, when his teams die like this, because they know he's flanking somewhere. And he'll have to try to get creative. How are the CT spots looking? Opposite Van watching Heaven. Auto compromisable position if Snappy dies. But 3 upstairs. So this will be a heroic effort. It will take the will of Zeus, the strength of a Titan, the biceps of Blame.
He's trying to find the angle. It's Snappy first. It's got to be Snappy first. He's over behind the fence. Oh, what? Oh, Snappy! He doesn't cover Auto! And Blame! He's got it all! 3 kills from Heaven to close in OT, and this one goes to a 3rd. That doesn't make sense.
Well, that's one of the